Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today we are talking about the amount that we spend online because it's probably not doing us any favors. The numbers are in, and it's rather staggering. Now, this is coming from a local Fox affiliate website, but after a year, basically, in which the COVID pandemic normalized working from home, virtual weddings, and video chatting, basically with anybody and everybody, both work and personal, it probably comes as no surprise to learn that basically the number of Americans who admit to being almost constantly online has risen by 10% in 2015. Now, even before the pandemic, a plethora of new streaming platforms, cable alternatives, food and grocery delivery services, smart devices, and on and on and on have come out since the Pew Research Center began tracking this stuff 6 years ago. But according to their latest survey, which was done between January 25th and February 8th, it's people older than 30 that are actually driving this surge now. Researchers found from Pew basically 31% of respondents admit to constant internet use. Another 48% said they log in several times a day, and just 6% said that they limit their online activity to almost once a day. Now, I have to say this, I am online basically 24/7 by virtue of my job in tech. And so I'm trying to balance in my mind, okay, if they're talking about online to check social media or whatever that is, then I would probably be part of the 48%. But if it includes my job, then I am basically glued to the internet, as I'm sure many of you watching or listening here are as well. Now, since 2015, near constant internet usage among people ages 30 to 49 has risen by 14 points. People between ages 50 and 64, it has grown from 12% to 22% as well. So that's a 10-point increase. That's pretty big. Researchers have noticed a percentage of near constant users between 18 to 29 years old has remained about 48% since 2019. And people older than 65 are also sitting at about 8% as well. People younger than 50 make up the bulk of those who admitted that they have constant online activity. 44% of 18 to 49-year-olds signaled constant use, basically twice as many as those aged 50 to 64. About 8% of the respondents said that they use internet weekly, less than once a day, and 7% said they have basically no interest in the internet at all. They don't log in. It's not their thing. Respondents older than 65 make up just 8% of the near constant users. So you're looking at that 30 to under 50 group, that 20-year span that's really heavily driving this. If you break it down by other demographics, Black people are at 37%, Hispanic people at 36%. They were most likely to say that they use the internet constantly, followed by white people at 28%. 42% of the respondents with college degrees admitted to near constant usage, compared with 29% with some college, or 23% that have a high school diploma that answered that. So basically, if you went to college, you have a much better chance of having near constant online usage as well. People who make more than $75,000 a year were most likely to have constant online activity, coming in at 40% of that entire demographic. And those who said they frequently use internet live in urban areas they frequently use the internet live in urban areas was 30%, of the time. So basically, this is centered around urban people. This is centered around college-educated people. This is centered around people that make more than $75,000 a year. So obviously that demographic from 30 to 50 is that big driver, not just for that, but for advertising. But I think this also begs the question, what is this doing to our mental and physical health? I mean, yeah, we were basically we were driven to this faster by the pandemic, but that just means we got here faster. We were always heading in this direction. And so if we are looking at what this is doing to our mental health, to our physical health, to our social health, as we are no longer really having that face-to-face communication, that face-to-face interaction with people, then that talks about dating and love interests and romance and all of that, which we've seen that basically has been waning per other studies. I think this really opens up a lot of worms here in terms of that can. And so here we are, and I'm curious to know where you are. I think I'm probably, if I'm not at constant internet use, I'm I'm really close to that, just again, given my profession, given what I do, given that I'm talking to you here on a social media platform, and on and on and on. And it's part of my day job. I am constantly on the internet remoting in or connecting or downloading or doing whatever I have to do for my job to get things done. And I think you're the same. So I'd be curious to know what you guys are doing. Are you basically logging in once a day and I happen to be part of your once a day? And if so, thank you. Or am I just part of the endless cacophony of everything that you're watching, seeing, doing, streaming, posting, sharing, whatever that is? I'd be curious to know, but that is your news of the day. And hopefully we're going to be both mentally and physically strong through this entire situation. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well, where all of you are probably constantly online. And as always, stay safe and stay online. Thanks, everyone.